Welcome to another episode of MarketSense, where we break down Nigeria's economy in simple terms so that you know how it works and it will help you make better decisions. My name is Dr. Raji Taufik Kolawole, and I'm an economist. Welcome to MarketSense. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about consumption. Is it bad for the economy or is it good for the economy? I know you must have heard in various places where some people said moving Nigeria from consumption to production. It sounds convincing, right? But is consumption really the problem? Now, what does great economists say concerning consumption? Adam Smith, the father of economics, says the sole purpose of production is consumption, while John Maynard Keynes says that the level of demand in an economy determines the nation's productivity and employment level. Now, it tells you there's more to the story, right? Now, what is consumption? In economics, we define consumption as the use of goods and services, while consumption expenditure is the purchase of goods and services. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about consumption expenditure, the money people spend after earning an income. But how does consumption work in real life? Now, when you earn an income, it is assumed to be gross income. After your tax is taken out of it, you have what is called disposable income. When you have disposable income, there are two things you can do with it. First, number one, consumption, that means spending, and number two, savings. Now, both of these two things lead to productivity, but let's leave the part of the savings for today. Today, we are concentrating on consumption. Now, how does consumption stimulate the economy? Now, imagine you have a Pepsi factory in your community. When demand of Pepsi goes up, definitely consumption goes up. Stock starts running out fast because people are buying a lot. The producer of the Pepsi looks and says, what can I do? He has to ramp up production, right? So in ramping up production, he has to employ more people. When he employs more people, the employment level goes up. In the process of ramping up production, sometimes some workers are going to do overtime. Some will have to earn more because they are giving more. Income level goes up. Now, when income level goes up, remember what I said. When you have disposable income, there are two things you do. You consume and you save. Now, when income level goes up, what do? You spend more. That means you're consuming more. And you also save more. Both of them lead to productive activities. Now, you see, the more you consume, the more production happens. And what is GDP? Or how does this relate to GDP? Now, we define GDP as the total value of final goods and services produced in a country in a specific year. Now, look at the word I use, produced in a country in a specific year. And we said the more you consume, the more production happens. You see the link between the two of them? That tells you that consumption, without consumption, there can be production. The more you consume, the more you produce, the more economic growth happens in Nigeria. So I asked the question, is consumption really bad? Answer is no. Consumption is a key driver to economic growth. But there's always a but to it. If you consume too much without a corresponding production, what happens? Inflation sets in. So you want to make sure that the more you consume, you match it with equal amount of production. And also, with one of the issues that we face in Nigeria, which is very peculiar to our country, is that most of what we consume, we import. When we do this, what we have done is we send our money abroad, and we also create jobs outside Nigeria instead of inside Nigeria. That also affects the level of income in our country. So imagine if what we were consuming, most of them, it cannot be all, but imagine if most of it was produced in Nigeria. That means our consumption will drive our production. Income levels will go up, the standard of living will go up, and Nigerians will live a better life, and economic growth will happen. I hope this little explanation of consumption has helped you understand how consumption impacts the Nigerian economy and how it helps the economy grow. Click subscribe to our channel so that we can give you more tips and more explanation concerning economic issues. Thank you.